Now, this is something that back when I wasn't recording, when I unofficially quit, I actually had so much to say and I really desperately wanted to talk about everything going on with this. But thankfully I didn't, and I focused on what I had to do was get my mental health straight, get my life straight, etc. But now this is all resurfacing again, and this time your boy's gonna talk about it because your boy's doing way better. Anyway, a few days ago, yeah, I was made aware of something going on in the South African influencers world, if I can say that. And of course, this was between okay, let me not say of course. Let me say this was none other than the troublemaker, or I guess I can say the queen of. Nah, it feels wrong calling someone who's younger than me that. But she's definitely making her a name for herself around the internet, especially in South Africa. You know her, it's Tando. And I want to speak a bit about this individual. You see, a few months back, Tando had something very unfortunate happen to her, something that nobody should ever experience. And that is your private areas being leaked on the internet. And I just remember on that day, I was like, damn, what the hell? People do that? But it really, how can I say, changed like my mind in such a way. Because like when it all like came out, I was like a huge fan of Tando, let me tell you. And she had this situationship with this dude called Sasha. Yes, the dude's name is Sasha. It's a dude's name now. But yeah, she was in this situationship, and I followed it for a short time. Because before the nudes, I'd heard about Tando, and then I watched a random live one morning, and hey, I was an instant fan. And then when I found out her age, I was like, "Ain't no way, bro." But I still followed because I'm a good person. But then when the nudes and everything leaked, I was still a fan, and I wanted to be supportive. At one point, I believe her numbers were leaked because I ended up having access to them. I'm so sorry. And I tried to be a supportive lad about the situation, and you won't believe what she did. She blue ticked me, and I believe it. I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled about the situation. And back to the. You know what? Let me go back to the main topic. Then I'll come back to what I'm trying to explain now. So there is this person that she's beefing with right now. Paballo, if that's the way. Yeah. And so this I'm gonna say Pablo. So Pablo's numbers were also leaked, and being the lad I am, I went for the DM because I'm a lad. And fortunately, well, let me not say fortunate. Unfortunately, she blue ticked me. But this wasn't something that hurt me, because I wasn't even a fan of Pablo. I didn't even know her. But because she had a social media presence, I was guaranteed I had to DM her. She blue ticked me. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. So, about a few months later, no, I'm lying. A few days later, yeah, me and three friends, but then he left. But so now, as it stands, we're three in a group. We, we were four. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna post this. We were four, and then he left, and then now we're three. So me and two other guys made this TikTok influencers group, right? So where we just discuss the news, and so we just keep each other up to date. And it was something. But as time went on, the drama stopped, and we only talked about things going on in SA, not outside of SA. But a few days ago, Tando resurfaced, and so one of my friends, he messaged the group and he's like, "Hey yo, there's this beef between Pablo and Tando." And in my mind, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Till now, I don't even know why they're having this beef, but there is something that resurfaced, something that was once out and is out again, and that, my friends, is nudes. Nudes, 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 and they were leaked once. I'm sorry, once again, but this time by someone who Tando was friends with. Well, she was friends with the person who leaked the first set of nudes, but anyway, he was a guy. We can assume what happened there. Anyway, Pablo has been releasing nudes of Tando, and I believe they were in a fight, and Ghost, whatever the H his name is, was involved, and it was all this big mishmash thing, and apparently Pablo smells. I don't know how much I believe that. Let me not involve myself in that. Anyway, but yeah, they had that fight, and the main point here I'm trying to make is Tando's nudes were leaked again, and that is not okay, you know. But let me stop there and move back where I was. So Tando did blue tick me. I was not thrilled with that, you know. But life had to move on. I feel like there was something I was saying, but then I paused to extend the second part of the story, and now I don't remember the first part. But I'll just go on, and hopefully, maybe I'll remember, or it'll just be fine the way it is. But if I try to remember what I was trying to say back, it was that Tando blue ticked me, yeah. But I was still a fan, you know. I was still gonna be supportive. Then her nudes leaked, the first set, and I don't know where my anger started for her. No, yeah, it was when she blue ticked me. I'm not jealous. If you so much to say jealousy in the comment section, I'll be very mad. I'm not jealous. I'm a fair man. If only she only responded, and maybe would have worked things out, and this would have all just blown away. But no, she decided to blue tick me. Anyway, for someone who's so young, for your nudes to be leaked, what kind of example are you being to your fan base? Especially if your fan base is older than you. I'm not trying to bash Tando here, but why do so many people have your nudes, especially at that age? What are you doing taking nude photos of yourself? I mean, sure, girls send each other nudes, I believe, but the first set were leaked by a guy who I don't even believe she was dating, because I don't follow that story anymore. I don't bother to follow. But because it was brought up to my attention again, I just have to ask, what are you doing as a person? I believe I even heard one woman that her father kicked out of the house, but I cannot confirm that. I'm not here to confirm that at all. I just heard it. Maybe you guys will tell me. But there's gotta be a point where you just gotta sit back and say, I'm doing something wrong. That was my initial thoughts. But then upon realizing that's not what I should have thought in the first place. See, back when the first set of news leaked, it wasn't just one picture. I believe it was two or three. And in my mind, I was like, because the way she was reacting, she reacted so calmly. I was convinced that there was something fishy going on. It's not the fish you guys are thinking about. No, I had a belief. The belief was that Tando was way too friendly for her nudes to be leaked. Like, if you think about this as a logical person, if your nudes were leaked on the internet and you had a fan base that big, wouldn't you just be embarrassed? Wouldn't you not? I mean, maybe if you think you're appealing, then yeah. But if that was me, I'd instantly delete social media, and that was the first red flag for me. I was like, hold up, she's still active and she's still going live and she's still doing these things. Like, no. And that's when I saw a comment on TikTok saying Thandoo's nudes were fake. And that's where I was positive that my suspicions were becoming true. But no, 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 no. Something still wasn't right. The nudes looked real. I don't want to say I was analyzing. I was not. But like, you, there's times when you can see something is photoshopped. That was not photoshopped. And with the nudes that Pablo has released a few days ago, you can clearly see that it was not photoshopped. But the point I'm trying to make is that wasn't fake. But there was still something fishy going on. And my conclusion at that time, well, it's still my conclusion, was that those nudes were leaked on purpose to gain a following. Now, hey, I'm not. If Tando is ever going to listen to this, I'm not attacking you. Please realize that. I'm just saying that business strategy was spot on, you know. And even if you did not, I'm sure you gained a really big following, you know, doing all that. But it's like you've seen all this leak and you're getting serious exposure, and the mentality she had is that like she's not gonna let that affect her, and I believe she didn't let that affect her because that's what she wanted, if you get what I'm saying. Now, let's say Tando, you know, did not know about this and did not plan this, then that's bad. That should never happen to anyone. And whatever she did to that guy, I don't know. I hope she's satisfied with whatever she done. But if we're going with what I'm saying, and it was some sort of business plan, it worked to my bad. It worked to perfection. And that is a very reflective on the way that she's always at the front of people's For You pages here in South Africa. As you can see, she's everywhere. And this recent fight with Pablo, dare I say, is more of the same. Now, here the difference is she's fighting with a female. And the focus always seems to be on her nudes. I don't like the way I'm saying that word so much. But yeah, the focus is always on her nudes, and you wonder to yourself, when is this going to end? When is the drama going to end? Because she was in beef with her ex-boyfriend Sasha. I hate mentioning that Sasha's a he, but yeah, she was in some cahoots with him, and whatever they did there, I don't know. But hey, I did ship that couple. I really liked them. They were cute. And she, I don't know who broke up with who was cheating on who, but there seems to be a reoccurring event in all of this, and it seems to always be Tando's fault or something Tando has done, and that again is just crazy to me. It's mind-boggling, you know. But back to the main topic, Tando and Pablo. I don't know what this fight is about, but nudes are always the topic, and back to my question. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why you're sending people such things, because these new ones that were just released, those are fresh batch, and you ask yourself, no, you cannot be at that age. And mind you, she's in a public school. I don't know. I don't want to expose her school, but I don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, seems fairly public, but you know, it has that private name to it. You know, I don't know, but you're that age, and those photos of you are everywhere, and you go to school, and don't you think people are going to look at you in weird ways? I mean, I just don't know, man. It's a really weird situation, and it should not be happening, especially at such an age. You're younger than me, and I get that, you gotta keep your followers, but you shouldn't do it to that extent, to get your news leaked. But I'm not saying that's what happened. That's my thought. But it's just such a crazy situation. There was a time when people were like, they cannot wait for the next tando drama, and this right here is it. It's just so weird because it's the age, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't know who's in the wrong in the situation. I'm gonna try and follow it and give updates. But nudes cannot be a focal point in your argument. Because at the end of the day, you are gonna gain followers, right? But think about this, you're gaining followers from the wrong audience. You're gaining it from thirsty people who just want to have their way with you, and that's not what you should be doing because you're only bringing danger to yourself. Now, if you are innocent in all this, if she is innocent, I mean, then I am really sorry, and I am really, really worried to why people do have those pictures of you. You shouldn't be sending those. You know what I'm saying? But hey, yeah, let's see what's gonna go on as this drama unfolds. I'm not gonna follow the story too deep, as schools are opening and we're gonna have to get back into that rhythm. But yeah, let's see what goes on, man. I if the plan was to do that and like get those out and get more followers, that's a great plan. But it came at a very, very high expense. And if that wasn't a plan, and she is like being targeted as like people who she trusted are leaking her personal photos that she trusted them with, which you should not be sending. But they are also wrong for leaking those. But yeah, that just tells you who you should be friends with on the internet and who you shouldn't, because people are dangerous. You're born in this world one person. You're gonna leave one person. So if you're gonna do stuff like that, just do it and admire yourself in private, because this world is crazy. And people who you think are close to you are gonna stab you in the back. Trust me, I know. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't know who's right, who's wrong in the situation, but hey, let's see what happens, cause it may be dumb, but it sure as hell is entertaining. See ya.